Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the British person speaking for the British podcast, and in this episode of the British podcast, we are going to answer what is probably the most important question on this planet Earth, and that is, how do you wash your hair properly? Now, a lot of you have asked a lot of other questions on the questionnaire on our website. Questions like how do you become a millionaire, or how do you improve your dating life, or how do you increase your general happiness. But the question which got by far the most upvotes was, how do you wash your hair properly? Now, in order to answer this question, we have gone all around the globe trying to find a person with a really gracious hair bundle, trying to find a person who's got this really gracious bundle of hair on his head, and we had extreme luck to have stumbled upon such a gracious gentleman, and he decided to give us his answer. So without further ado, tune into this. Sit down and let it just wash over you. Well, listen, the process of washing your hair is really simple in nature, right? So you just step into the shower, you turn the water on, and at first you just soak your hair, right? So at first you kind of soak it a bit so that it's kind of wet, and then you put the shampoo on the palm of your hand, and then you rub it inside your hair, and then after you've done that, you then restart the water and you rinse the shampoo, right? So that's the common sense wisdom of how do you wash your hair. But it leaves a lot of questions open. Questions such as, how many times should you rinse your hair? How many times should you shampoo your hair? And a lot of other questions which just don't even come to your mind. Now, if you want this and a lot more, you can buy my book, which is called 99 Ways to Wash Your Hair Properly, which is only $49.99. And if you want to go really advanced, and I'm talking about like the top 1% of people, the ones who are really serious about their hair washing habits, you can buy my book, which is called Advanced Hair Washing Techniques. It's a little bit more expensive. It's $149.99, but it's worth the money. So thank you, British person, for having me here on the British podcast, and I really hope that you will buy my books and that you will get value from them. Thank you. Okay, so this is it for this week's episode of the British podcast, and I would just like to say that I hope that you will actually buy the books recommended by a really fine gentleman back there in the interview, and I hope that you will extract a lot of value from his books. And again, this is it for this week's episode of the British podcast. I'm the British person, and we'll see you in the next episode of the British podcast. Cheers!